Weird, and I'm in no mood for your job. Do you hear me?
Man, I'm not playing. Get out of here or I'm kicking your ethereal ass.
Ethereal? I don't even know what that means.
Welcome back to Gear Chat. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. Ding.
I don't know what I would do about that. Every week, John G. Every week, John G. Oh, 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 oh. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You, and you. I don't know what I would do about that. Every week I tune in to Gear Chat. You. Cut off, John G. We don't want to hear that anymore. Let's go here. Let's tap into it, John G. One time. One time for your mind, John G. Welcome back to Gear Chat. Welcome back to Gear Chat University. I am the Capitan John G. I am the master of running thy mouth. Check it out, man. I ain't gonna take up too much time. This is gonna be a fast class. It's gonna be a dash and get out of here. Just want to share some thoughts, man. What do y'all think about this time period? Meaning, with the software, with silicon, you know, there's like, we're on the cups. Basically, we're here. Not even on the cups. We're here now. But it's all, you know, it's all new. I don't know if anybody has gotten theirs yet. So, and then we have all of these softwares like Logic updating to now match the silicon. Ableton Live now updating. Cubases, I believe, just did an update. Everybody's got their updates coming out. So I just feel like, you know, there's an interesting time when it comes to software and I guess computing. This is different. I mean, you know, somebody coming in with a chip. I mean, this is actually unprecedented. Because when was the last time? Like, this is almost like the introduction of the PC and the Mac at this point. It's been a long day since IBM. Remember them? Oh yeah, kids. It was a thing called IBM. They were the leaders at one point. They were like, you know, all the bees knee. But yeah, so Silicon Mac and this new whole thing with that. So I just feel like this is a very interesting time, and it feels uncertain. I'm excited to see what is to come. It's all, it all looks good. It's all promising. So let's see. I mean, I'm very interested. I'm wondering if the Silicon Macs, how the updates are gonna be, because I swear, even though the Mac is less updates and less like minutia than the PC, because PC has all these drivers and updates and whatnot, but the Mac has a fair amount of updates. I mean, it's updating like damn near monthly, for sure quarterly. Like sometimes you're getting 3 or 4 updates in a quarter. So because that was one of the things that I liked about transferring from PC to Mac, is like, man, just the PC got on my nerve with a lot of the things that you had to deal with, with the even with the whole virus and all of that. I mean, it was just ridiculous, man. Like, geez, even though you can get so much more power and so much so much more efficient machine for a cheaper price, but there's a price for that. Like, yeah, you're gonna get a better machine, but I mean, and it's, for the PC users, they, it is what it is. Deal with it, and they have a powerful machine. But for me, like I said, I just really got tired of that. And so, like I said, but now that I've been Macking for a minute. I've been Macking for almost over 5 years now. And yeah, my Mac Mini, I got a Mac Mini, 15? Like, this is like the second version of the Mac Mini, I want to say. But at first it was, it was beautiful. I was happy to get into the Mac world for that price point. Like, it was amazing to get in there and to have a Mac. But over time, it started to just get like sluggish and almost felt buggy in a sense, like lagging. Like, why is it taking so long to load? And when I look at it, I only got 8 gig of memory on it. I think it's that. I believe I think it's single core. And I don't know, but I say all that to say, now 5 years, 6 years later, that now we have a chance to, or now I have a chance to upgrade to a system that's gonna be like, I should be like wild, like wow. I'm going from this old crap to something very, very new, which is very, very promising. So yeah, man, I just feel like this is a very interesting time, and it's all upscale, but it's kind of unknown. I'm hoping that things will be streamlined and the whole updates, and I guess for all intents and purposes, it really boils down to the way I see the Mac system, the power of any machine, really, because if most people, the basic computer is all they need. Not even the computer for most people, just a laptop or a tablet, really. The tablet, a phone, is powerful enough for most people. All you're gonna do is surf, pay bills. Like, the cell phone is very powerful. It can do all of that. You can do documents and all of that. So really, just screen just gives you bigger real estate. The keyboard gives you now a tactile response input system versus the small phone or whatever. But in terms of power, like, it's all about the apps. After the initial just basic, text and surfing. So, and just, the iOS apps and the Apple apps have always been superior than that of Android and PC. I mean, it is what it is, from what I've seen, for sure. Now, for a long time, Windows had that Windows Suite with the Office and all of that. That was dope. But now, Mac has a version of it, and you can now run, there's, the Mac, the Windows running on Mac, the Mac system. So, solves that problem. But it goes back to the program. And with this new system, I'm hoping that the programs are going to just work streamlined. So what I was going to start off saying, well, what I started off saying is, my point was, the way I see these systems being is that you pick an app or the couple apps that you use. So if you have like a 5-app ecosystem, which is kind of the question I also want to have, side note, I get there in a second, but you have your ecosystem and you want to think about your computer or your system that you're going to buy based on these apps that you're looking at. And hopefully, if they're all native, like if you're into Logic, if you're into iMovie, if you're into all the Apple stuff, you're golden. Because it's going to be already, obviously Apple is going to optimize their apps for their phone. So if you have everything that you're using first party, let's say, good. So yeah, so if you have like a small ecosystem of apps, you want to think about that. The side note is, how many apps are you guys using? Like what's really all of the apps that you're using? Like a software app, a music-based app for making music, your DAW, plugins, right? Some type of video at this point, because everybody's a producer now to some degree, right? So you have some type of video editing app, and then you have some type of probably photo editing app, right? So there's all of the mediums, right? Manipulating audio, visual versus still and motion. So that's pretty much the whole, and then games, right? So how many what's your app ecosystem? How many apps do you really use? And at this point, are you still using desktops? Like for what you do, now I imagine maybe on the higher end, maybe like if you're making Lord of the Rings, you probably have a desktop. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if someone could make Lord of the Rings on a tablet. Like I wouldn't be shocked at all, you know. And I do believe to some degree, you know, maybe you can't do all of the super high end effects. But I'm pretty sure you could do some damn great shit to be like, wow, that was done on that? Wow. Yeah, maybe it won't be as grandioso as whatever, but you could still do something that's still like, man, that's still a lot to be able to produce and put out from a device as a tablet. So yeah, I don't know. I just think this is a very interesting time. But I'm interested to know what you guys like. What's your app ecosystem like? What's the 1 to 5? Like 5? Do you have 10? Who's out there rocking with 20 apps? Like, are you the 20 app guy? Like, are you really like going through 20? Like, what other 20 apps are you using? Like, I can see having 5 because photos, you know, or for my picture editing, whether I'm drawing or just editing a photo, I mainly use about 2, but then there's about, I would say 5 total that I dabble with different ways of making, you know, media or whatever. Video, as far as editing, LumaFusion is, come on, man, LumaFusion is the lick. Now, I guess the step up would be Adobe or messing with, what's the other one? What is it? Logic? What's the Logitech and what's the other? You know, the one Apple, whatever. I forgot the name of it, but that one. And I think it's one other one. I can't think, but so I don't know if you're using. And how many DAWs are you actually using? 2 at the most, right? Maybe 3. Because I feel like a lot of people, and I am guilty of that, I'll have 5, 6, 7 DAWs on my computer or tablet, but I'm only using 1 or 2. but I'll have like 4 or 5. Like on my tablet right now, I think I have like 6. You know, Beatmaker Pro, Cubases. Cubases I still haven't really grasped. It looks like the desktop type of workflow on a tablet, plus it's Steinberg, but I just haven't got to where I'm using it, you know, full time. But it's on here, you know what I mean? I got it. But what I use all the time, what I've been using is Gadget and Core Gadget and GarageBand. And so, but then I've made some beats on the Beatmaker. I got a few beats on there that I've produced and a couple other apps. But I mean, really, I have maybe 7 DAWs, but I'm only using 2 or 3, like 2, 1 mainly, and then the other 2 are almost dabbles. And the other ones I use them because, you know, I download them and use them, but I'm not actively using them. So I believe, like me, there are a lot of people that are like that. You got a whole lot, but what are you actually using? And so if it turns out that one of these side apps doesn't work because of the new upgrade, you know, that might send some people to a frenzy. But honestly, just stick to that little, that's why I'm bringing it back full circle, that little ecosystem of apps that you actually use. And I guess this is pointless to say to the professionals, because what I'm saying is what they're doing to those that are doing, but I'm just verbalizing it because that's the way I'm kind of seeing this in real time. So yeah, because I am that guy. I have all this stuff, but what are you actually using, John G? That's a rhetorical question, John G. Yeah. Other than that, though, one other point. I didn't know I was going that long about that. But yeah, the other point is I wanted to talk about the Sonics of, what's that new joint that just dropped out? The Korg Op 6. Sonically, man, let me cut this down. Sonically, I'm just saying. I just wasn't, you know. I mean, it's FM synthesis, you know, 6 modulators and all that stuff. And yay, woo! I guess I don't know. So I actually threw it out there and saying, well, there's no other FM synth. Okay, that might be. I think that is true. This is the only FM synthesizer, full blown, you know. But listen, I'm rambling. My point is, I was more wild by the Voca FM, to be quite honest. When I heard that, you know, it gave me the goosebumps, and I was in that filter. Like, I was like, yo. When I hear the Op 6, it's kind of like I'm just hearing the same thing. I'm not really hearing it like it's FM synthesis. I guess, I mean, you know, not to knock anybody or, you know, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying so what it is, I'm trying to get the point of like, what's the point of it? And it's like, okay, well, there's no other ones that exist. And this is a full keyboard version, basically. This is a full blown FM synthesizer. There you have it. And it says altered or whatever, but I guess where I am is that, yeah, I just wasn't, you know, I walked away unimpressed. I was more impressed about the idea, like, ooh, and then when I sat down to taste, I walked away, yeah. So that's, you know, you kind of want it in reverse. You want to walk in going, and walk away going, wow, that's always better. But in this case, yeah, like, you know, so yeah, to shout out to anybody that, you know, there, you know, if you've been looking for the full blown version, here you go, you know, so there you have it. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I just had my thoughts. I just want to throw it out there, my 2 cents.
Ain't worth much, but hey, there it is for you. John G TV, spreading a little, showing a little John G love, spreading a little positivity, if I may. Okay. We are in that time. The year is ending. It's been a crazy one. This thing started out the way it started out, then it got crazy real quick. Almost like real, what the heck, but almost now at this point, it's feeling very normal. Things have kind of like leveled off, and for me, it's been a very eye-opening year. I didn't feel that way at first, and then next thing you know, the birth. It's a beautiful thing. So, to anybody out there that's happen to be still here watching this at this hour, at this point in the show, if you hung around, minute 19 going on 20, yeah. I hope you have found purpose in this time. My condolences to you and yours, to anybody that have lost someone this year during this pandemic. As we continue, if I were to throw a number out there, I'd say 23, 24, probably 25 year 2025 before quote unquote normal. Like, honestly, I just feel like whatever we like, that's the old life. Now we're coming upon a new thing. And mask will be for the probably the next decade. You're gonna see some form of mask wearing. I guess to brace and prepare for the next time around. Yeah. John G TV. Man, please stay safe. Find a way to find that light. Find that light. If you in darkness, you need to find that light. Keep searching. Just whatever you do, don't stop searching. You will get to the light. John G TV. Step into the light.
I don't know what I'm gonna do about. Oh! Every week I tune in to Gear Check. You. I love you, man. Get out of here. Get out of my class. You're dismissed. John G.
What's up, John J?
Man, Pills, what the hell you want, man?
Hey, come on, man, just go with me. I'm trying to go to church. They give away free drugs.
Man, go on with that. Go on, Pills. Go on.
All right, man.
Peace.
Your law.
Yeah, you see John G TV.